Pardon me for interrupting the festivities. Yes?
This one's ours.
14 years ago, and she walked up to me and she said, I'm laid down.
I think I understand that. But like you, I can be patient. Maybe not as patient.
We're ready. Go ahead. No.
This is that point in the program where you all have an opportunity to say something that you'll later regret. We hope, at least. And as the person who's responsible for at least part of this mess, I'm going to ceremony. I'm going to lead this off. I'd like to propose a toast to Sean and Di. Friends, may this voyage be characterized by mostly fair winds and gentle seas, running free or full and by. But may it also include enough challenging weather to be interesting. May the squalls be few and over quickly, and may you always see them coming with time enough to batten down and don the foul weather gear. May you remember that when underway, it is the passage that's important, not the next port of call. And may each sunrise bring with it wonder and joy, and may each day's run go into the log as distance made good. Bon voyage. Now it's somebody else's turn.
You didn't think you were going to get the drink?
Didn't rehearse this one out.
I'm not a relative. I think I'm only not relative here. But we've also been through hard times and good times and things, you know. My wife and I, Jeremy and I, always friendship first. Bless you both.
Yes.
All right, this should be good. Hi. I didn't know they were going to tell part of the story already, so if you get part of it in, I'm sorry. I'm Sherry. I work with Diane. Diane and I met when she came to work at Clover Park when she was going through a tough time in life. And because by the time you get to our age, most of us have been through some hard times, I was able to listen, relate, and empathize. Through all that, we became very good friends. And we're also both Sagittarians. We are a lot alike in many ways, and our friendship grew. A couple of years ago, Di began dating. It had definitely changed in the years since she or I had dated. Now there was this new thing called internet dating.
Oh dear.
She would come to work and regale me with stories of emails, initial meetings, dates. We learned it wasn't so different after all. There were just more fish in the internet sea. And Di still had to kiss quite a few toes. And I clearly remember the day after her first meeting with Sean. She came to work, said she wasn't sure she was going to see him again because he was so intense. But Sean was persistent, and it paid off. And pretty soon they began dating. It wasn't too long after that Sean said that M word. And Diane came to work panicked. He said the M word. I can't hear that. I'm not ready to hear anything like that. I said, okay, well just, just see what happens. Just keep going. And a little while after that, she came to work and said that M word. She didn't mean to. It slipped out. I said, Freudian slip. That's it. I'm going to call Sean and tell him. And then the M word came a little more often. And she wasn't so panicked. So I knew that this was going to be heading for probably where it ended up. So I've been the lucky recipient of being there to hear all the details along the way and watch their love grow from a little seed. So Sean and Diane, I wish you a lifetime of happiness because there are still more stories for me to hear, I'm sure. And I'm going to end this with a traditional African wedding toast. May your love, and this is very good for Seattle, may your love be like the misty rain, gentle coming in, but flooding the river.
Sherry is also the maker of the wedding cake you're going to eat this afternoon.
Cakes. She has the traditional cake, and then she has eclair cake. Chocolate eclair cake.
Oh, yummy. See, you had to mention that.
Hi, I just wanted to let everyone know that the Trailside group that Sean and Diane hike with frequently are represented over here today. Jim had mentioned that Diane and Sean really enjoy the snowshoeing, and I just wanted to let everyone know that we were there with them on Hurricane Ridge when they were falling in love. It was really funny. We would go a quarter of a mile down the trail, and all of a sudden, 2 sets of snowshoe tracks would go off the trail in a different direction. And we would lose them and stop and take a break, and then they would meet up with us again. And we would go on up the trail a little further, and 2 sets of snowshoe tracks would go off in a different direction. And we knew at that point something was up. So we just want to wish you both the best of luck and hope there are many, many new trails ahead of you.
Give us a bad reputation,
Tico, I'd like you to meet Zombie Dude.
No.
Is that a dog?
Carter. Hey.
Is that alive?
Who said that?
Hi, I am Diane's oldest daughter, Anna. I have probably seen a lot of you when I was this tall, but really good. So I would like to take a moment to thank everybody for being here and for all of the people that contributed to the fantastic potluck, which is some of the best wedding food that I've had. Thank you to Jim for officiating. Thank you to Sherry for the cake. The group that helped to make the dance floor.
Bowlers and the Trailsiders.
Yes. And thank you guys for having us here and letting us all share this very special occasion. I remember growing up and having a story that reverberates over and over in my head, where my sister and I would get very embarrassed by things that my mom would do when we were young. And,
Of course you did.
yeah, really?
Yeah,
You wouldn't think.
it's our job to embarrass you.
And she would say to us, would you rather have a weird mom or a boring one? And reluctantly, we always said, a weird one. So, when I first heard of this man, Sean, in her life, and one of the first stories I heard about him was he dressed up as a zombie and he danced to Thriller with a group. I thought, this guy's got a chance. And then over, the next year, I heard lots of stories of, traveling together and gardening together on the weekends, and Sean's famous breakfast. And I heard the story about the ice storm and these very precious moments that made me know that he was the one that was going to make my mom very happy. So this look that you all see here today, that is on her face, has been something that I have grown used to seeing since this guy has been around. And I would like to make a toast to many more years of this look.
I need to correct one thing in the record.
In your own defense.
And when Jim was telling the story, he said that on that snowy morning after 4 days of no power and heat and electricity and water, that I said, will you marry me? And Di said yes. That's not exactly what she said. Her exact words were, I have to go to the bathroom.
Planning on the M word.
I just have a quick word to say that we live in BC, Canada, and we met Sean when he was dating my sister. And they met on this strange dating thing called fish. See, plenty of fish. That's right. They met on that. But my sister introduced us. And even though their relationship sort of fizzled out, we instantly fell in love with Sean. It was immediate. Oh, truly. And Gordon and I and Sean he's made the effort of coming up to us several times. Last summer we met Di, and I remember saying to Di that I feel a little protective of Sean. He was hurt. He was hurt very much by my sister, and although I am not responsible for that, but I do feel kind of protective of him, and she took that very gracefully. And then a little while later, we were talking at the table, and she just looked at me very quietly in the eye and said, I love him.
Oh.
That was last summer. And I felt completely at rest about Sean being in danger.
Hi, my name is Greg Wijaya, and I am Sean's friend. So we were friends when we were at Boeing, and he was my mentor, especially in communication. Since originally I came from Indonesia, and I need to learn about communication skill, about American culture. So I got him. He taught me a lot about
Zombie Man Jr.
yeah, English, and then a lot of things, in how to work in the at the office with the communication skill, soft skills. So thank you so much. I really appreciate. And then you picked a really smart person, awesome person. So since I'm Indonesian, I will say it in Indonesia, and I will translate in English later. Okay? Selamat berbahagia kepada mempelai berdua. Semoga Anda semua selalu sehat dan selalu mencintai berdua, kalian berdua, dan sampai tua. Okay? So in English is congratulations.
In English letters, congratulations.
That was a scene from Lost in Translation. That was very nice. I was in Indonesia once, so that was really lovely to meet him. I'm Tiffany McRae. I've known Di. Sean, I've known you very briefly. I've met you a couple of times, I think. I think I've known Di about 18 years. We've known each other. You came to our writers club at my grandfather's house, and I just fell in love with Di. She's a lovely person. And I've always found her to be a great inspiration to me and very supportive and just really lovely. And Sean, when I first met in the zombie thing, I thought, oh my goodness, how bizarre. But now that I hear the story and all, it makes a lot of sense. So congratulations, I'm so happy for you. You're beautiful people, and good luck to you.
I'm a neighbor here, and I've known this family a long time, altogether, because about 30 years. I even built the house for them. That's how much trust they had in me. But I will say one thing. This man, much like her, I have never seen anybody work so damn hard in my life. Every night, he's out there sweating in the dirt and digging around. I got my wife without even working.
I didn't do very good.
Hi, my name is Ene Doe, and I was a colleague of Sean at Boeing, and Sean and we met, I think probably maybe 7 or 8 years ago, and we partnered to develop a mentoring program for the employees at Boeing, and then through that we had gained a lot of friends, and throughout the years that I know Sean, and there was some time that there was happy times and there were downtime, and Sean embraced all of us, and as part of his life, so that we know more about him, as well as he given us the mentorship and the friendship, and where we are today in our career, and who we are, and we owe that to Sean. And so I just have a few friends here would like to say something about Sean. But before I give it to my friend, I just wanted to say that when I met Diane, oh, it was like, wow, where did she come from?
That's in a good way.
And
my sister.
and so I had lunch with Sean and Diane, and then so Sean and Diane and we went to the graduation of one of our protege. She graduated with a master program at Seattle University, and so Sean and Diane and we went there, had the graduation reception. So as we were going out of the area, going home, and so Sean and Diane were walking with me, and they were very nice. They both walked side by side next to me. So Sean on the left side and Diane on the right side. But what I realized that they still try to communicate with each other over me. And they kept looking at each other and they said, I care a lot about you. And then the other one would also say, me too, I care a lot about you. It was like over and over again, and I feel like, should I be in the middle? I just need to give them the time. But they were still wanting me to be part of with them, and they're still trying to talk over my head, telling how much they care about each other. So I knew that this day will come. And so I was not surprised to receive the wedding invitation, and my husband, Steve Kennedy, there. And when we saw the invitation, and we said, great, but when is it? Thank you.
Hello everybody, and my name is Lee Ji-chung. First of all, I would like to congratulate Sean and Diana. I am one of the students from Sean. He's my mentor, one of the great mentors I ever have. And my communication is very, very bad. I'm very shy to talk to in front of the people, especially in front of the large audience like this. But you see, I'm different now because of my mentor here. Thank you very much, Sean. Anyway, anything I want to cut it short, and I really appreciate anything Sean did to me. And only thing I feel a little bit unfair for me, Sean, he helped Amy become a manager, and all the people, but he left early, not help me go through.
Hi, my name is Linda, and I have to say I've known Di for I think 17 years now, and I've seen a lot of transition in Di's life during the time when she was married to Ernie, and he passed away, and I have a small house cleaning business, so I've always come to rescue her every other weekend when I came to clean her house and help her. So I got to see a lot of change in her life with the boys growing up and moving off to college and having kids of their own, and so I feel like I've become part of her family in a lot of ways. So first of all, I want to say I love the fact that on the invitation there was no time. Because that's perfect for me because I'm always late. But that just is symbolic because love is timeless. And I thought that was just so apropos. And excuse me, I'm a nervous talker, my husband's walking away because he's like, oh my God. But so anyway, she saw me, grow up myself, have 3 children, and all I want to say is you guys are a perfect example about how love is, it's never too late to fall in love, and through changes in life, and that goes if you're married for so many years, which, gosh, I'm married now for 15 years. So it's never too late to fall in love, and you guys are a perfect example of that.
is Jenna May, and I met Lady Di about 14 years ago at a town meeting here in Yonge, when the sane folks in Yonge decided we had to do something with the Ramsters. And we were actually going to find a candidate for mayor to run against a Ramster candidate. I had no hope in hell of beating a Ramster candidate. But I was odd enough that they thought I could probably carry it off. And I was at a town meeting and Di was there, and she walked up to me and she said, "I'm Lady Di. Who be you?" And I'm going, I like this gal. I really like this gal. I knew Di when she was married to Ernie. I knew Ernie. Ernie was my friend. He called me one day and he said to me, "Do you want some rhubarb?" And I said, "I love some rhubarb." He brought that little blue truck with piles of rhubarb 6 feet in diameter. I know what Di went through because I was here watching what she went through. Di has stood by my side when there were very tough times in my life. Ernie brought me cheesecake when I was having tough times. We met a couple of the guys Di was dating. I called one the runt of the litter. I did. She walked in with him and I said to Keith, "Oh my God, she's got the runt of the litter." She emailed me and she said, "I want you to meet somebody." I said, "Okay." So we agreed to meet Sean, and the first thing he said, "He's not the runt of the litter, keep him." And we were here for Di's birthday last year, and I don't hold back. I say what I feel, and I feel what I say. And I said to this guy, "There's nothing sparkly here. What's wrong with this picture?" True as God. And this is probably the happiest day of my friendship with Di because I know she's safe.
And I lost the hat.
You see it next to the podium now.
Hi everyone, my name is Catherine Ngo and I'm one of Sean's former proteges. I met Sean probably 6 years ago, and he's actually my co-mentor with Emejo, who was speaking to you. So because of him, I was able to get on stage, and here I am again. And I met Diane about last year, and at my graduation. So I knew she would be the one because I could see the love at first sight look in both of their eyes, and once again confirmed at my birthday last month. So congratulations to both of you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Hi, I'm Ben.
Woohoo!
I met Sean almost 24 years ago. I'm his son. I just wanted to share a quick story. One of my earliest memories is watching a movie with him and hearing to my right or to my left, whenever some kind of climactic happy scene would come on, I would hear I mean, really any movie. I mean, one of the most heinous examples was Team America World Police. If anyone's familiar with that. But just a quick observation I made, and something he's told me, he only cries at movies when they're happy, and that makes him happy. And when Di was walking down the aisle, I saw the same face, him going, so cheers to that.
Short. Hi, I'm Leonard Butters from Spokane. I don't exactly know how this little historical thing will go. I'm one of Diane's toads. I'm a pretty old toad. I'm like a pre-Ernie toad. Way back. Way back. And we had some good times. Played Murder at a birthday party, I think. Went out a few times, but you know, it just kind of wasn't meant to be, right? I mean, we were okay, but the fire wasn't there. So next thing I know, Diane's going off to San Diego. I said, well, okay, she's off to San Diego, and that's the last I'll hear of her. And then she's back, and then she's leaving town again with this guy named Ernie. So I go down to the bus or whatever they've got, or trailer or whatever, say goodbye, and that was kind of it for about 15 years until they invented email, and then we emailed once in a while, and she was kind of my email relationship counselor. When I get really messed up, she'd kind of set me straight. And she taught me how to tap. I really liked her previous boyfriend. We were both wrenches, you know, like to work on cars and fix things and all that. And well, he turned out to be a toad as well. I guess that's something's got to do with wrenches and toads. I don't know. So anyway, I don't even remember his name anymore. So I guess that's good news. So now it's Diane and Sean and Diane. That's all I can think of. So congratulations. And, see you.
I'd just like to start off by saying I'm Diane's sister, one of her sisters. There's a few of us here today, and you know, I feel like I've lost out so much because I live in California. I don't get to see her as much as you guys probably do. And all the things that you've said about her, you know, it's just like, I want to be here. I want to see her more. I, you know, miss my sister. When my mom died, she took over. She washed the rinse out of my hair when I was a little girl. I said, "Die for the first time, cream rinse." Do you guys remember that? It's like, gosh, can we leave it in? She says, "No, I don't think so." She was always I'm sorry, just because I haven't seen you, it just seems like, I don't know, it's a whole nother world that I live in because I haven't had you. And you guys have all been so blessed to have her. And anyway, I just want to say that I love you, and I'm not done, but anyway. But just, you know, every time she's come out to visit, you know, because she's always been able to come visit us more than we have her. But just always blessed me so much with just so many encouraging words and so loving and unconditional love. And you don't get that very often. You really don't. And I just want to say that, you know, Sean must be really special. You got a really wonderful, wonderful gal. And I'm really glad you're in our family, and I thank God that He brought you two together. And I just pray for just a long, happy, joyful, loving relationship. Yes.
thank you all so much for all those wonderful words, for all of your hard work in making this happen, for the lovely dishes and stuff. There is still more to come. There's going to be dances and there's going to be cake. And one thing I wanted to mention is the range of ages at this event is extraordinary. Our youngest somewhere around is Elijah, who is 10 months old. And I don't want to say...
Our
I'm a grandfather. And I don't want to say the oldest, but certainly the person whose memory train goes back the farthest among us is my Aunt Annabelle there, who is 96 and about almost 96. Next to her is my Aunt Wilma, who is 89. Recovering from a broken hip and still found the strength and courage and stamina to make it on here today. So thank you all for coming. And Gord, I think this is your cue. And if you wondered whether the trailside folks and the bowlers can do anything besides make a lot of noise, the garage you're about to see 2 weeks ago was filled with a 30-year accumulation of stuff from garage sales and pawn shops that Ernie could never pass by without buying more stuff.
They called him the tool man.
It was all there.
I could barely squeeze my Miata into that garage. So, and they spent, we figured out 150 person-hours.
Wow, wow.
Okay.